The manticore, also known as a manticora or a martichore, meaning man-eater, is a legendary creature from Persian and Greek mythology. Originating in Persian mythology, the manticore is a half-beast, half-human creature that has a ferocious nature and is known for eating humans. Most commonly, it is depicted with the head of a human, the body of a lion, and the tail of a scorpion. It also has large wings that allow it to fly and move around their prey quickly. In some depictions, the manticore also has porcupine-like spines that it is able to shoot from its tail to fell any of its enemies. This animal is more significant than a lion and smaller than a horse, and its body is slightly bigger than a lion. The morphology of the manticore was believed to have developed from its environment, the rugged and barren landscape of the Indian and Middle Eastern deserts. It needed to be fierce and to have weapons at its disposal to be able to catch its prey and prevent being caught by predators. Initially preying on animals like pigs and mountain goats, the manticore began to be lured to villages by the livestock it was hunting and inevitably began to attack and feed on humans, establishing the lore of the man-eating manticore. The manticore would famously leave no trace of its prey behind. It could attack a human up close with its sharp claws or shoot poisonous darts from its scorpion tail from a safe distance. When it unleashes the poisonous darts from its tail, the tail either bends back or stretches out. Manticores did not just satisfy their appetites by killing one human but would chase after multiple people at a time, taking great pleasure in the hunt. Its favorite way to lure and hunt prey was to hide its body in the long grass, so from a distance, all humans would be able to see would be a human head. Deceived by this, humans would get close to the manticore, and before they knew what was happening, they would be attacked and killed. This showed how cunning and clever the manticore was. Although humans were undoubtedly a manticore's preferred prey, they would also regularly hunt the animal kingdom, except for lions, which they could never overpower. The manticore is not able to speak any human language, but in many tales it also doesn't sound like a lion. Instead, when a manticore makes a noise, it sounds similar to that of a trumpet. In order to stop the manticores, first the people would hunt baby manticores and smash their tails with rocks to prevent them from growing and shooting their poisonous darts and thus taking away their ability to harm humans from a great distance. Manticores lived in burrows deep under the ground where they could hide from their prey and avoid being seen by humans. Second, manticore was seen as indestructible and it is extremely difficult to find ways to best it. All weapons were unable to penetrate its infallible fur and hide, and the only viable option was to kill the manticore whilst it was still an infant. There is a common story in Persian folklore that tells the tale of a small group of people who were able to successfully evade the manticore whilst roaming through the jungle. They did this by listening for music in the distance, the sound of the manticore, and heading in the opposite direction. It originated in Persian literature but was portrayed as a creature from Indian mythology. The manticore is compared to the Sphinx and Chimera of Egyptian and Greek mythology, respectively. Its nature is perhaps more similar to that of the Chimera, though, as they are both aggressive and dangerous creatures with a lust for blood. The manticore is commonly confused with the manticore, but they are in fact two separate mythical creatures. Manticore Greek mythology, the Martichoras was just a tiger.